Fitness for Moms. How are y'all doing today? I am doing pretty good. I got my favorite shirt on. It says do more of what you love. No, just kidding. It says do more of what makes you happy. It's all the same, right? I had a pretty good week, kind of a little update. If you watched my last video, I cooked enough meal prep this week. Yay, team. I've even got leftover food, so that was good. Much better than not having enough food. I had a pretty good week. I had some really exciting stuff go on. I got a race tomorrow, which is exciting. It's going to be super cold, though. So I'm not excited about that part, but it'll be kind of fun. It's at the zoo. The kids are going to get to run a little half mile. I'm going to run 2 miles. Nothing crazy, but I think it's going to be fun. I love the idea of letting them have that race experience. I think that'll be kind of cool. And so hopefully, you know, can kind of instill some of those healthy habits. You know, I don't know about you, but that is one of the reasons of many that taking care of my own health and fitness is important. Is I want to teach that to my kids. I want to show them what it looks like. I want to help them learn how to do it. I want them to, as they become an adult, feel like exercise is a normal, fun part of life. You know, that's very important to me. So some of that means doing stuff like this that they get to be a part of. So I'm excited about that. I think that'll be fun. It'll be interesting trying to make Tommy run. He's 4 and he is not a morning person, and we have to wake up pretty early to be there, so we'll see how it goes. I'll let y'all know next week. But that's cool. I have a jiu-jitsu tournament that I'm going to do in February, and so I've already kind of started the prep for it, kind of getting prepared, getting ready, really focusing on training with the idea of doing a tournament in mind. And then part of that is with my workouts. I've been kind of trucking along, doing what I consider maintenance workouts. So nothing intense, nothing crazy, but enough to kind of check the box, get my body moving, which is, you know, fine, you know, for some people in certain parts of their life. But for me, I am now going to start focusing on really training, strength training, and making sure I do that 3 days a week, like not crazy, you know. I'm still only going to do 15 minutes because that's all that my schedule allows, but I'm definitely going to focus, make it some really good 15 minutes, and so hopefully when the tournament comes along, feeling very strong, very so I feel good about that. I always feel better when I have a plan. And like even the last couple days that since I decided that and that's going to be a focus, I found myself thinking like, okay, like when temptation comes calling, hey, you're trying to get really lean and strong and fit for the tournament. Is that going to help you? And then it's like, okay, no. You know, and then this morning when I needed to get up and do my workout, and it was like, oh, but I don't want to get up. Not a morning person either. It's where Tommy gets it from. I had that thought in my head. I was like, you need to get your workout done so that you can feel fit and strong for the tournament. And so I was like, okay, let's go. So that is one of those things, like it always helps to have a really good goal, a really good kind of thing that you're working towards that sometimes will give you that extra little boost of momentum or motivation to kind of get you going. So as opposed to being like, oh, but I don't want to, and what's the point? No, it's like, here's the point, here's the reason. These specific actions are either going to help or hurt my goal. So that's kind of exciting. And then I'm telling you, it was a good week. I don't remember if I've mentioned to you guys yet that I am starting a coaching and accountability group in January, and I am super, super pumped about it. Like, y'all don't even know. I'm so excited. And I'm very, very, very excited. I think this is going to be amazing for anybody who wants to get in shape, lose weight, who really wants to focus on their health and fitness. And I'm really going to put like a lot of effort into this because I really think this is going to be amazing for other moms and women that I know. So I decided to do kind of like a trial version. And I started that this week, and I've got one person that so far. I want to keep it super, super small in this early stage just so I can fine tune it, kind of get everything flowing. And then I'm going to open it in January to everybody. And in that way, I will, you know, have a really good idea of how it's going to go. And I'm super pumped about it. So I started that this week. I made my first video, and not to brag, it was kind of amazing. You know how when you do something and it comes out exactly how you want, This doesn't happen very often, but every now and then, this was one of those things where I made the video, I did all the stuff for the group, and I was like, yes, this is exactly how I wanted it to look, and I'm super excited about it. So, I did that this week. It was a super good week. Let's move on to the rest of the video. Okay, so let's get into our topic for this week's video. I wanted to talk with y'all 5 tips for staying on track during the holidays. So this time of year, we're dealing with all the things. There is all the amazing food. I mean, hello, Thanksgiving's right around the corner. It is tough sometimes to stay on track during the holidays. But if you got health goals and you want to keep moving forward, I want to share with y'all some tips that can help you enjoy the holidays without going overboard, right? That's kind of the dream. How do you get to enjoy pumpkin pie without feeling like you've totally thrown your diet out the window? So let's dive in. Tip number 1, have a plan. This is the best way to stay on track during the holidays. If you do nothing else, please do this. Have a plan. Having a plan is going to help you be very intentional about how you eat over the holidays, and that's really kind of the key with, like I said, enjoying what you're having without going overboard. So have a plan. If you don't know like what your schedule is going to be over the holidays, just make one that day. Just make one that day. Or maybe you're like, okay, I'm fine, except we're going to this holiday party. Have a plan for the holiday party. It could be something as simple as, I will have just appetizers and no dessert. Or I want to have dessert, so I'm going to eat kind of a healthy option for dinner, so to speak. Have an idea going in about how can I enjoy this without going overboard. Because a lot of people this time of year, they just completely set their diet aside. I'm gonna have all the things. They only come out this time of year. I'm gonna go crazy. But I want you to think about be intentional. Figure out what you're gonna do that's going to let you enjoy yourself, but also not set you back. Because that's the last thing that you want. Come January, you're going to be thinking to yourself, I wish I had not eaten as much. I wish I hadn't gone so crazy. I wish I didn't regain all the weight that I had lost because I had no control type of thing, right? Think about it. Have a plan in place. Decide ahead of time what you're going to eat. Have an idea of what's going to be available and have that going in, right? That intentionality will make a huge difference for you making better choices throughout the holidays. All right. Tip number 2, eat healthy meals when you can. So if you're going to a party and there's going to be desserts, all right, or Thanksgiving Day, right, and there's going to be pie, you best believe I will be eating some pie. Eat healthy meals when you can, right? The holidays does not mean nonstop crazy food. Sometimes there's going to be days where you'll have more treats, and that's fine, but think about it. You could still eat a healthy breakfast. You could still eat a healthy lunch. You could still have a good snack. It doesn't mean that this whole time of year you eat terrible. Find the meals where you can eat well. Well, it's not going to take away from anything. So Thanksgiving, right? I will be having some pie. I'm going to have a good breakfast. I'm probably going to have a light lunch. The day after Thanksgiving, I'll probably have another piece of pie, but then I'm really going to try to have a good breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I want to enjoy these foods this time of year just like everybody else. Eating well this time of year doesn't mean that you don't have them. But find the meals that you can eat well, that you can eat healthy, so that it's not completely going out the window, okay? This makes a big difference. This keeps you from possibly gaining weight this time of year. This is maybe going to help you even stay losing weight depending on kind of where you are at in this thing. But find the healthy meals that you can eat. Pay attention to those too, okay? Don't completely throw your diet out the window. All right, number 3, avoid the phrase, I might as well. This one is super, super dangerous this time of year because a lot of times if you've been eating a certain way throughout the year and then this time of year, all the foods come back, right? Like pumpkin pie, apple pie, right? This time of year, me and my mom make this dessert, which is amazing. It's Jello salad. I could probably eat the whole tray. I'm not even gonna lie, right? It's so good. But if I'm not careful, I'll be like, oh, well, I might as well have some more because I already ate, bad. Or I might as well keep going because I've already blew my diet, ruined my diet. I'm already off course, all the things, right? But that phrase is a trap, okay? It's a trap. It is like the gateway to going totally overboard. It's a gateway from stepping a toe out of line to being so far past it that you can't see it again, okay? Mistakes are part of losing weight, getting in shape, eating better. That happens. But when you throw in the phrase, I might as well, you take a step outside of the norm and then you totally blow it out of proportion and you set yourself back so much more than you would be from that one little, misstep or step out, even if it's intentional, right? Like, I don't eat pie year round. I'm gonna eat it over the holidays, more than once, sure, but I'm not telling myself, well, I might as well eat 4 rolls now too, and I might as well go crazy, and I might as well have 4 servings of Jello salad, which would taste amazing, but it's not helping me in my goals, okay? And those goals are going to be there through the holidays, to the other side of the holidays, right? Like me wanting to maintain my weight loss, me wanting to feel fit and strong and healthy in my body, that is an all the time goal, holidays or no holidays. So although I want to enjoy this time of year, I'm not willing to sacrifice my health for this time of year and the food that comes around, right? And so that's why it's important not to get sucked into these phrases. Have a plan, right? Eat the healthy meals when I can. Enjoy the holidays without totally setting myself back from these goals that are very important to me. Okay? So, all right, tip number 4. Pick the foods that are worth the indulgence. So this time of year, all the foods come out, right? A lot of them, some of them are amazing. Some of them probably not so much. Like, I doubt that you love every single, treat or goodie that's gonna come along this time of year. You probably don't love them all. So pick the ones that you love that are worth the indulgence and just let the rest go. Like, I love apple pie. I like pumpkin pie, but I don't love it. But I love apple pie, okay? So, I might have a bite or two of like my husband's pumpkin pie, but I'm gonna choose the pie. The apple pie is gonna be the one that I eat. And I don't want to go overboard and I don't want to go crazy. So that's the one that's worth eating for me because I really enjoy it. The pumpkin pie is not. So I'm gonna let other people eat that, right? Like, I like cookies, but I don't like cake. So if I come to a party and there's cookies and cake, I'm not having both because I don't love both. I love cookies. So that's what I'm gonna eat, right? And this is something that, it's especially important around the holidays, but use this year round. Halloween candy, for example. I don't like very many. I don't really like a lot of candy. Like, some of it's okay, right? It's okay. But would I miss it if I didn't eat it? No. Now, I love Reese's. So for Halloween, I made sure I had some Reese's, but I didn't eat any of the rest of the candy because I don't really love it. And so foods that aren't helping towards your goals, right? Like, they're not helping your body, that your body doesn't prosper, right? Full of sugar and junk and all the things. It's not that you never eat them, and especially this time of year, because some of them are like, I only have pie around the holidays. So yeah, I'm gonna have some pie. But again, pick the ones that are worth it, that you really love, that if you didn't get to eat them, you would miss them. And the ones that you're not gonna miss, the ones that you don't love, the ones that are just okay, forget those, okay? Those aren't worth eating them and setting yourself, potentially setting yourself back and holding you back from your goals. They're not worth eating. Let them go. You don't need to eat all the treats, okay? Just let go of the ones you don't love. Focus on the ones that are worth it, and you're gonna do a lot better. And you'll really surprise yourself with how many of them you're like, oh, okay, I don't really even like this that much. I just eat it because it's exciting or it's a holiday treat or because I'm in this I might as well mentality, okay? Like, really think about it. Do I really love this? Is this worth delaying me in reaching my goals? If the answer is no, let it go. Okay. All right. Let's see. Last one. Number 5. Don't treat your meals like a last dinner. So, there's a couple different versions of this, but the one that always comes to my mind is before you would get executed back in the day, they would give you a last dinner. This is your last meal, and they make it really good. And of course, you go crazy because it's the last food you're ever going to eat, type of thing. A lot of us treat the way we eat around the holidays like a last dinner. Like, this is my only opportunity to eat this, and I want to eat all of it because I don't know when I'm going to get it again, and it's so great, and I got to go crazy, right? You are allowed to eat whatever you want, whenever you want, okay? I'm going to say it right now. So, I only have a pie around the holidays. That is a personal choice. I can make apple pie whenever I want. I choose to only have around the holidays because it's kind of like a holiday thing we do, right? Like it's more like a tradition and stuff. But it's not that I can never have pie again. And if it was important to me to have pie more often, I could do that. But a lot of us treat the holiday food that comes out like this is the only opportunity we can have this, and we have to go crazy because we don't know when we're going to get it again, and da da da. And we forget that as adults, we're in control of that. And we also think like, oh, well, it's just this one time, or it's, let me think of a good example. So, okay, you're going to a party, you got all the food and got some really holiday goodies and stuff, and then it's like, oh, I gotta eat all of these because they're here and this is so exciting, and maybe I'm not supposed to have it on my diet, and I don't know when I'm gonna eat it again, right? Or I don't know when I'll give myself permission to eat it again, and so you go crazy. But that kind of mindset is crazy and it's terrible and it's not helping you. Look at that and decide, like, what if this is worth it? Is it really that important for me? I can eat it again. I can plan it for tomorrow, right? Like, you always have that power. But, and this is especially true if, for people who can be maybe like, if you're following a very strict diet, you feel like I have to do it because I don't know when I'll do it again. But then we repeat that process over and over again. We let our minds treat a lot of meals like a last dinner, because like if you just did it once, it would be fine. But a lot of us do it over and over again. I mean, and I absolutely was somebody like the holiday season was like, I don't know when I'm gonna, I mean, like, right? I tell myself, this is the thought I had, I don't know when I'm gonna get this again, or I'm not gonna get to eat like this again until next year. And so I'd go crazy. But here's the thing, if I really wanted to eat like this all the time, I could. Right? If you want to have pie every single day, you can do that. I'm not saying it's going to help your goals, but you can do that. But a lot of us eat like we can't. And so we really kind of go overboard, go crazy, and we stuff ourselves. And then we'll do it repeatedly this time of year, which makes it even worse. So look, none of this is the last dinner. You don't have to eat anything this season like it's the last chance that you're going to get it, okay? Don't let that thought convince you to overeat, to go overboard, and to eat like crazy. If you really want it again, plan it for another day. Eat a reasonable amount now. Eat enough till you're satisfied now. You don't need to overeat it because you can eat it again. You have the opportunity to eat it again, right? And this is another thought that you can use all year round. It's extra useful for the holidays, but use it all year round. When you have something and it's really good and it's great and you love it, and the thought comes in your mind like, I don't want to stop eating because this is so good, or I don't know when I'm going to let myself have it again, or da da da. No. Don't let those thoughts convince you to overeat and to go crazy and start creating bad habits. If you really like it, if you really want it, plan it again for another day. Be intentional about eating it, okay? I think I talked about that at the beginning, right? That intentionality is the difference between balancing out food, eating things in moderation, not going overboard, not stuffing yourself, not overeating. All these skills and habits that help you enjoy foods without going overboard, right? This is part of that. Don't treat the food like it's the last chance you're gonna get it. Recognize that I'm choosing to have this. I can eat until I'm satisfied. And if I really want some more another time, I have the option of that, okay? And when you have that kind of mindset and you're thinking about your food in that way, it will really help you to, like I said, eat in moderation, to not go overboard, to enjoy it, but not over enjoy it, right? Not eat too much, overeat, all that stuff. Okay. I hope those were helpful for you guys. These are the tips that I use this time of year to really keep myself in check, help myself enjoy the holiday season, enjoy the holiday food, all the goodies, right? Yum, apple pie, without going overboard, without gaining weight, without setting myself back. I hope that was helpful for you guys. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.